This is probably what I find to be the most useful debugging feature in NetBeans, and the primary reason why I selected NetBeans for use in my classes in CIT 111 and CIT 130. Breakpoints allow us to set a point at which the code is going to stop executing, and it's going to wait for us to tell it to keep going. Breakpoints allow us to follow the code through step by step. They allow us to watch as the code executes and keep track of the variables and how they change. This is extraordinarily useful when you discover that you have a problem and you're trying to narrow down what's causing it. You can set a couple of breakpoints, follow it through, watch what is going on. What goes along with breakpoint is this idea of variable watches. We can set a watch on a particular variable or object in our application and watch how it changes, isolate it and watch how it changes through the breakpoints. We could even set, in some cases, I'm not sure if NetBeans does this, but there are IDEs out there that allow you to set a breakpoint that only occurs in a certain situation. You can actually set some condition based on a variable and say, okay, I only want to see this when it hits maybe 100, or I only want to see this if the value hits something that can't happen or shouldn't be able to happen. This is, I find, is really, really important for just figuring out where the problem is and where the incorrect data is, or the incorrect values, or whatever's causing the problem. For me, usually it's data. Some data doesn't look right coming back, or some data doesn't contain a value that it should. That's usually my first sign that there's a problem. Or I've got a large decision structure, and some decision is being hit, and I don't expect it to be hit. Those are the sort of things that kind of happen to me, and how I how I use watches and breakpoints to fix those things. That's sort of the end of the presentation. We are going to continue. At this point, I've got a demonstration for you to watch for the breakpoints and the demos. I know I've showed this to you guys before, but I want to show it to you guys again. So there's one more section left, and then there'll be the quiz. Of course, if you have any questions on this presentation or anything that we've talked about, please feel free to email me, bsimbeck@ccac.edu, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Again, thank you for watching, and please be sure to move on to the next section to watch the last demonstration.